Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is my part 2 of Docker series. In my first part, I have explained the basic concept of Docker, what is containerization, what is Docker, what is virtualization concept, and what is uh, the use of Docker in terms of monolithic and microservices approach. And virtualization concept I have explained in my last video. Docker file I have tell you what are the instructions we can write inside our Docker file, and with the help of that Docker file we can create our container images like that I have explained in my last video. So let's give some overview about Docker again in my this video. So last time I have discussed the concept of monolithic deployment. In that particular deployment I have explained you one server one application concept was there. So deploying microservice means deploying your monolithic application is more straightforward than deploying microservices. Okay, so developer install the entire application code based on dependencies in a single environment. Okay, so this is called your monolithic approach. Okay, and what is the microservice approach? Microservice approach is microservices are deployed using VM or containers. Okay, and container are the preferred deployment route for microservices as containers. Okay, as container are multiple services are deployed on multiple server within our multiple database. Okay, so no problem. This is the only the that definition only. So I will share if you require these things. I will share with you. You can see my screen also here. So these are the definition which I have explained right now. One application, one server. That is your monolithic approach, and microservices means over the Docker we can deploy multiple application. Okay, with the help of our container images. Okay, that is called your microservices approach. Okay, so now what is the benefit if you are going to use the microservice approach? It is a flexible, cost effective maintenance and easy control. Docker overview. What is the Docker? Docker is the open platform deploying, shipping and running application. Docker enable you to separate your application from your infrastructure, so you can deliver software software quickly. Okay, and with Docker you can manage your infrastructure in the same way you manage your application. Okay, by taking advantage of Docker's methodology for shipping, testing and deploying code, you can significantly reduce the delay between writing code and running it in production. Okay, Docker image I already explained you in my last video. It is in read only template, and that contain means instruction for creating container. Docker image is a snapshot or blueprint of your libraries and dependency required inside your container for an application to run. Okay, container. What is container? Image, you know that Docker image, which is we can write it. We can write it by own, or we can take it from your Docker Hub. That image is in the form of snapshot. Basically, it is the snapshot of your operating system. Okay, that is present in your Docker Hub. What is container? Container is a Docker container image is lightweighted stand-alone executable package of a software that includes everything needed to run your application, code, runtime. Okay, so let me show you. So this is your container, one container, two container, three container. Okay, inside container what is the application is there. Okay, so what is the definition? Docker container image is lightweighted because it is very lightweighted because the OS we are you know deploying inside our Docker, inside our container, it is very lightweighted. I shown you that 29 point something na in MB size. Okay, so that's why it is very lightweighted. Executable package software or that include everything needed to run our application, means the only required dependency which we needed that only are going to install inside your container. That's why it is very lightweighted. Okay, and we with the help of this we can run our application code. Okay, now let's start with the process of installing our Docker. So for that we first need to create a we should have one AWS account. That I have already one AWS account. If you don't have AWS account, don't worry, I will tell you the process how you are going to create your AWS account. Okay, no problem. So now in this video I am just telling you how you are going to launch your one EC2 instances. Over that particular EC2 instances, that is called your VM, I will going to install Docker, and I will create some, I will download some images from your Docker hub. I'm trying to explain some commands also. Okay, so click on this instance. Okay, now no instances is there, so launch instances. You are in Asia Pacific. Okay, in Mumbai region. Now tell your server name. Let me write something. mm, Docker VM. Okay, now just take any AMI here. Let's take that Amazon. Okay, AMI here, that is free tier eligible here. Okay, you can take T2 micro key pair. You can select your any key pair. I have one key pair, that is multi cloud AWS. Okay, see, you can allow this one, but it is not required right now. So now what you are going to just create a launch instances here. Okay, okay, so you can select no subnet is there. Let me refresh it here. Okay, this is your default VPC. Okay, no subnet, we need to create our subnet, or let me choose uh, some other reason. I have deleted my default default VPC with default subnet configuration. So let's take North Virginia. Okay, let's see if it is there or not. Otherwise I will create the subnet part also. Okay, let me try to launch one EC2 instances here from here. Right. Okay, T2 micro. Okay, let me take key pair. Nothing is there. Let's create one key pair. You can write anything Docker VM key. Okay, like that way only. Okay, key pair has been downloaded here. Now you need to select your network. So you can select default subnet. You can take any subnet from here. Okay, so let me take this one. Okay, and security group, you can select existing or default security group, no problem, and just try to launch this EC2. Okay, now this EC2 is launched. Let me try to you know run this EC2. So this is just VM, that like that, this one. Okay, let me highlight this one. Okay, over this EC2 VM we are going to install our Docker, and this EC2. Okay, okay, what happened? Connect. Okay, so in background what is running in how AWS taking care? They have their own means hypervisor. Okay, by using that hypervisor they are trying to you know manage this infrastructure of this VM. Okay, so something is not. Let me check. Let me check the security group. Where is the security group here? Subnet is test type, security, security group. So edit inbound rule. Let me allow SSH here. Okay, all traffic. Okay, try to connect it. Now again we need to try to connect this. Yeah, now it has been connected. So but you can take this IP. Okay, you can take this IP, and if you have any third party, third party application, third party application, you where you MobiX, I have one minute, MobiX, if it is not uninstalled. Okay, yeah, MobiX, sorry, MobiX terms. So from here you can also connect it. Okay, so let me show you how you are going to connect through MobiX. Okay, or you can also you can also run it from your AWS console also, no problem. So but for me it is easy to execute from here. This is your, you need to put your IP address here. You need to go in setting and you need to put the key here. So I have done this Docker key. Okay, try to connect it from here, because we have enabled that SSH protocol, so we can also connect it from outside our that AWS console. So let's see. Okay, 1 minute. So if you're going to click connect here, you can see. Okay, 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 let no problem. I will see later why it is not able easily. It will connect, it will connect easily, but somehow it is not getting connected. No problem, let me show you here. Okay, so how you are going to install your that Docker. So you need to, if you are in the Linux, yes, you go and try to run this. It is showing, uh, it is giving that sudo is not there, because you are running this in your EC2 user. Okay, but you can also try to run this one. Yeah, it is getting installed. Now check the status. Sudo systemctl. Okay, status Docker. You can see it is disabled. We need to, you know, start Docker. After, so group is already exists, so don't need to create it again. So just, you know, add your EC2 user to this Docker group. How you are going to give sudo user mode -a -g Docker and then EC2 user. You are adding this EC2 user to that Docker group. Okay, so once this group Docker group added, you need to add, you know, uh, you need to uh, run command that is called new group. Yes, new group space Docker. What this command will do, it will enable the changes. Okay, to enable the changes which we already did, we need to run this command new group Docker. Okay, after that we need to give access Docker domain to run Docker server also. So how we are going to do this? Docker or sorry, sudo chmod. We need to give full permission. I am giving 6 permission here, where run Docker dot socket. Okay, now permission has been given. Now after that we need to check the version of your Docker. You can see this Docker version. Okay, now Docker has been installed. And if you want to see, you know, an extended version of the version details such as API version, so we need to go version and engine version and use the version command without hyphen hyphen. How we are going to do this? We can use the Docker version. You can see the detail, you know, that what is the version of your Docker engine, API version, everything it will show if you are not going to use that hyphen hyphen version. Okay, simply run Docker in version. Okay, now let's start some commands to do some practice. So suppose you want to pull base image from your public Docker repository. How you are going to do this? Okay, so to pull base image from your public Docker repository, we have a command that is called docker pull command. Okay, and after that we need to give our image name. What we need to give? We need to give our image name. Okay, image name you need to give. So suppose I want to pull nginx image. Okay, so we need to give our nginx image name, nginx. Okay, let's try to pull it. Now you can see this nginx image is, you know, we are able to fetch it from our Docker Hub. Now I want to check if that particular image is exist in our Docker or not. We can, how we can check that? We can run the command docker images. You can see this nginx image has been there. Okay, so now you want to check the list of images, you can use the docker images command. And if you want to check the list of images, what command you can do? That docker images I have already shown. And if you want to, you know, want more details of your images, then you need to run that docker inspect, okay, image, and then your image name. Now you can see this, it will show the more detail about your images. Docker inspect image, then your image name. It will show you the detail of your images. Okay. Now, suppose I want to enter, I want to enter into the container. Okay, into the container, how we are going to, enter inside our container. Okay. So, to enter in our container, we have a command that is called docker run it means interactive terminal. Then your image name. What is your image name? Okay, and sorry, docker run. Okay, then your image name. Okay, then we need to write slash bin bash. Now we are going to enter inside our container. We are interacting here. Okay, we are interacting here. So to interacting to your container, we are using the command docker run it command. It means interactive terminal. Now suppose you want to exit from your container without stopping your container. Then you need to run control p q. Now you can see this, you has been exited from your container. But in this case, if you are running the control pq, your container is still running. How you are going to check? You can check with the help of ps-ef command. Oh, sorry, slash bin bash. Okay, unable to find. Okay, now exit. Now run again. Okay, now you can see this two container exited, this one and this one, and two container are in running stage, still in running stage, this one and this one. Okay, now next is, suppose if you want to stop your container, then how you are going to stop? Docker stop, then you need to give your container. Suppose I want to stop our container. Okay, so we can use docker stop. Now you can see this container should stop. Okay, now run that docker ps-a command. You can see this. Okay, I have stopped this container. Okay, I think this one 009. Yeah, this one I have it. Only currently one container is running. And now suppose you want to start your container, then you can use the docker start, then give your container ID. It has been started. If you run the docker ps-a, you can see this two container has been started. Okay, now if you want to completely terminate your container, then you need to write docker kill, then container name you can write. Okay, let me try if it is taking container ID also or not. Let me check here. No, it is not. We need to write over docker container name only here. Copy and paste it. Okay, cannot kill the container. No such container. Okay, okay, no problem. No such container is there. Okay, it is image only. We have the container ID. So now next command is, mm, if you want to remove all your running container, we can also use the command docker rm-f. Then we need to put your dollar symbol here, and then docker space ps hyphen a, okay, hyphen q. It will delete all the running container. Okay, you can see this, all running container has been deleted, but it is not contain it is not, recommended here to run this command. In this is also called your dangerous command. Just I'm showing you how you, if you want to delete your all running container, how you are going to delete. So let me pull it again, one container here, docker pull nginx. Okay, okay. Image is up to date with nginx latest. Okay, no problem. Okay, docker pull, I think I need to use, let me try to download ubuntu image. Actually I have, yeah, it has been downloaded. Okay, docker ps, docker ps hyphen a. Okay, docker images. Okay, so because it is not downloading, because this images is already I have downloaded here, I have only deleted using the command docker, uh, this command I have used na, this one, docker rm hyphen f. It will it will delete all running container. We have deleted container, not we have not deleted our images. This images is already there. Okay, so suppose anyone want to tell you to delete your, you know all your images also, how you are going to remove all your images. Okay, how you are going to remove all your images, then you can use the command docker system prune prune hyphen a. Then it will not happen, prune hyphen a, docker doc secured system prune hyphen a. It should be okay. Then we need to put, I think, name here also, image name. Let me try. Mm, docker system. Oh, sorry, I am writing the wrong command here. Docker system prune prune hyphen a. Okay. Yeah, I want to delete. Now you can see this image has been deleted. You can see this nginx image as well as ubuntu image, both image has been deleted. You can check also docker images command also, no images is there. Okay, so if you run the docker system prune command, it will delete, it will remove all your images. And if you want to, you know delete your running container, then you need to run the command docker rm hyphen f, then dollar, then docker ps hyphen a hyphen q. Okay, so you can see this, I have deleted the images here, so there is no image available right now. Okay, so our next command is, uh, suppose you want to, remove your stop container, then you can use the docker rm, then your container id or container name. Okay, let me try to download one image again. So Let me try to again download a Panto image here. Okay, Docker pull. Okay, so image has been downloaded here. Okay, Docker images. You can see this. Now let me run the container. Okay, so how you are going to run? Docker hyphen docker run interact terminal, then your our image name. Okay, then slash bin bash. Okay, now control q, control, you need to exit, control pq, sorry, control pq. Okay, now you have exited. Now run that docker ps command. Okay, container is running here. Now you want to remove the running container, you want to delete the running container, then you need to run the command docker rm hyphen f, then you need to give your container id. Okay, copy paste. Now you can see this docker, again run the, now docker container has been deleted here. Okay, got it. So by using docker rm hyphen f command you can delete your running container also. Okay, now if you want to enable, if you want to enable port concept inside your docker, how you are going to enable this? Okay, how you are going to enable this port concept? So I am going to explain that one also. Okay, let me download one images here. So docker pull nginx. Okay, okay, so now we need to enable our port, so that we need to run the command docker run, after that hyphen p, then we need to put your host port, and then we need to put your container port. Suppose I am giving host port is 3000 and container port is also 3000, and then we need to put your image name. Okay, what is the image name? Docker image. Okay, so docker run hyphen p, and docker run, and then you need to put your uh, host port here. So to run the host port you need to run, let me try this. Okay, and then you need to put your image name here also. Image name is nginx. Okay, now copy this public IP and try to run this. Okay, before that I need to do some changes here in security group. Go to in security group. Okay, inside that security group you need to allow this port. Okay, you need to allow this port, so you can. Okay, now try to refresh this. Okay, doc without exiting. I need to exit from our container, then we need to run that control pq. Okay, control pq command. Okay, 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 I face some network issue. Let me again explain how you are going to enabling the port concept here. So I have downloaded the images. Okay, so Docker images, if you run this, you can see this Ubuntu and Nginx image is running. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to access this Nginx, you know Nginx images from outside. Means I want to enable our port, so that you need to run the command that is called docker run. I am explaining it again, this concept hyphen p. Then you need to put your host port. Host port, you can give anything. Okay, suppose I have given 8080, and then you need to give your container port. You need to give your container port. You need to give your container port. So container port is here. Nginx by default port is 80. Okay. After that, you need to give what? Your container name. In my case, container name is Nginx. We need to docker run hyphen dt hyphen dt detach terminal. Okay, and we need to run enter here. Okay, so and you want to see your container, you can also say this, that I already explained docker ps command. You can docker ps, you can see this is your Nginx containers. Okay, so this container I have given access to outside. Okay, this is your local port. Okay, local host port, and this is your container port. By default port is 80. Okay, so how you are going to access? You just copy this, okay, IP, paste it here, and put your local host port. Now you can see this. Now you are able to access this Nginx port. Okay, got it? So now you can see this Nginx browser has been accessible here. Okay, so what I did here, let me explain you through paint. Okay, I have run this command. Okay, docker run hyphen dt. Okay, detach terminal. Okay, hyphen p, then your host port, and then this is your next. I have used your container port. Okay, then image name. Okay, got it? So here dt, I am no, I don't want to enter inside my container, so I have used dt command detach terminal. Host port is basically we can give anything inside. Means for host port we can give anything. Okay, it's just simply redirect to access to our public. And what is this container port? Container port is your container port. The image, suppose I am using here that Nginx, so I have used 80. If I have used Jenkins, then I will use 8080. So that is fixed. Okay, so it is basically container fixed port is depend upon your uh, uh, name of the container. Okay, or name of the image. Okay, got it? I think it is clear now. So by this way we are able to access it through publicly. Okay, and you need to allow this particular host port, you need to allow this particular host port, inside your security group also. Inbound rule you need to put. Now you can run this docker ps command, then it will, you will show this container is running. And if you want to stop your container, then what command you need to do to stop your container? Docker stop, then you need to give your container name. What is your container name here? Nginx. You can stop it from here also. Okay, sorry. Okay, got it. Now you can run this docker ps, and if you are going to refresh this, it will not getting load because container has been stopped there. Okay, now if you want to start it, if you need to stop it, what you can do? You need to start your container. So if you want to pause your container, you can also use the command docker pause command, then your container name or container id. Let me try this. Copy this and paste it here. Your container is paused here. Okay, 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 it is paused here. Okay, so now if you want to unpass, then you need to run the unpause. You need to run the unpause command. Okay, refresh this. You can see this. It is working fine. Okay, if you want to, get the details information about your container, then run docker inspect command, then your container name or container id. You can paste it here. Okay, copy and paste. It will show you the all details. Okay, 1 minute. Here you need to INSPE INSPECT. Okay, now paste it. Okay, it will show you that in details information. And okay, container is running. To see the image, you need to run the docker image command. Okay, and suppose all you want to delete all container, then you need to run that docker. Suppose first of all, let me remove the images here. So how you are going to remove? Docker system pu prune command hyphen a, it will remove all your images. Okay, I have removed. Now docker ps. Okay, this is your container. Okay, now I have removed the images here. Okay, so you want to check if your images is there or not. What is the command to check your docker? Then run the command docker images here. Okay, but I have, okay, uh, one images is already running. Okay, but I have deleted, right? And yeah, you can see this is image is deleted. Let me try to delete again. Okay, okay, so because this container is running, that's why this we are not able to delete these images. Okay, now if you want to, you know uh, delete all running containers. Okay, so what you can do, docker rm hyphen rf dollar, then docker space ps hyphen a space hyphen q, enter. Now images is there, docker ps. You can see this all your running container has been deleted here. Okay, got it. Now Docker system prune hyphen a. Now you can see there is, because that time it is not deleted because that particular container is running and that container is using that particular image. Okay. Now this is all about the some concept, some commands of Docker. Basic commands are there. So definitely interviewer will ask you if you are going to tell that the Docker. Definitely he will ask how you are going to download your image, how you are going to run your images, how you are going to interact your container. Okay, and if you want to give your access to outside your world, how you are going to enable the port means port concept in your Docker. So maybe he will ask. So go through my video, and I will, if you require, then I will share the documents also. Okay, thank you, bye bye. In my next video I will explain you how you are going to you know create your Docker file. Okay, Docker file instruction. I will tell you what is the from, run, cmd, entry point, work dir, copy, add, expose in env. These are the Docker file instruction. I will explain you what are the role of these type of Docker file instructions. Okay, and how, if you are need to build that particular Docker file, customized Docker file, how you are going to build. I will explain you that one also in my next video. So you know uh, take care, bye bye. This video is already too long, so I will going to stop my video, and let's meet in my next video. Thank you, bye bye, take care.